And is that something you A/B tested? That's like better for LTV to do that.
No, we just do it for
We just do it.
yes,
Nice.
yes.
Makes sense. Well, let's move. Let's shift gears here a little bit and talk about increasing LTV. So we have a decent understanding of LTV. We have a decent understanding of the impacts on growth campaigns. Obviously, where players are coming from, the cohorts that they are in terms of gameplay styles, things like that. Using ROAS to try to benchmark LTV. Day 7, 50%. Good benchmark, it sounds like. Um, Obviously, you're always trying to increase LTV, right? So, what I guess what key metrics are you looking at to tell you whether or not you are driving towards the LTV that you want, and what are you doing to try to increase those metrics? And Vlad, we'll start with you.
Okay. We're watching more on campaigns on marketing, which players we bring to the game. I think our game is very special. Not many people like to drawing or doing puzzles.
Mm,
Many our workers in campaign don't understand this game.
sure.
They, but we must find those people that love this game and they play. Uh, they spend many time in this game and play almost every day. Yeah.
But in terms of increasing the LTV, so
Yeah, we're trying to do different content. We're trying to have a quality of our arts, interesting pictures.
okay,
We think it's the most model that help to bring and the people don't go away from our games.
right. What about things like ad frequency, right? Ad frequency, more ad placements, more purchase offers. Can you take us through any examples in working in your games
Yeah,
that you've tried
we
and what the results were?
we try many A/B tests to find in the most uh, revenue model that will do favor for players and for us. And now we showing like one interstitial in 5 minutes.
Okay, yeah. Do
If we're
you,
trying to show, if we're trying to show more aggressively, it's not bringing to our much more money, but people go away fast.
right, right, because I mean, retention's obviously golden, right? If somebody's not in your game, they can't possibly make you any money, whether it's through ads or purchases. So that is obviously the balance. So an ad every 5 minutes. That's interesting. I feel like that um, usually when I play a game, I get an ad in the first 10 seconds. It seems like half the time. So that's very, very generous on the user experience on your part. I also noticed in your game, and not every game does this. I've seen more of it lately because I think it's a platform thing. But prior to an interstitial, you have that little like graphic that's like, ad break. You're preparing the user for it. Um, is that a product decision because it improved retention, or is that a platform decision because you have to do it, or both?
It's a both. It's a
Yeah.
both. Some uh, uh, some networks uh, they say that we must to predict people, and for people it's more clearly when they see this uh, take away their hands from a phone and relax and watch it.
Yeah. And I guess too, with your game, it's so kind of continuous that it would be very jarring if an ad just showed up out of nowhere. Another sort of tactical question that might benefit the audience, and sorry, Sergey, I'll come to your question in a bit. Um, if somebody watches a rewarded video, does that reset the interstitial timer for you, or are you serving an interstitial regardless of rewarded video engagement?
Yes, if you're watching rewarded video, it's reset timer of interstitial. Yes, we have
Nice.
such.
And is that something you A/B tested? That's like better for LTV to do that?
No, we just do it for.
We just do it.
Yes,
Nice.
yes.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Play games you
You're
like, right?
watching a rewarded video. You're welcome.
Does that help eCPM, right? Because I think one thing that, if you're trying to increase rewarded video engagement, for example, and Raivis will come to you on this one, you want to avoid eCPM decay, right? So I mean, obviously the amount of revenue that you earn on ads is a very important part of revenue and therefore LTV. But the revenue from ads comes from when a player installs the game that they're being advertised too. So, if you're like, hey, watch 12 ads in a row to get a cool sword and backpack brawl, there's a minimal, I would assume a minimal chance that any of those ads are going to produce an install, therefore make you money. Your ECPM DK goes, or your ECPM goes down. So what are you doing on your side, I guess, to optimize ECPM and still serve as many rewarded videos as possible? What does that look like for you?
Yeah, so the first thing is in the A/B tests, so setting the goal as ad revenue and not ad frequency. So then whatever changes you're doing, you will be following the correct thing, right? That you want to receive. Similarly for ECPM, so one thing that also drives it up is in-app purchases. So again, you might do changes in the game that actually leads player to do a purchase, and your ECPMs go up, and then from less ads you get more value, right?
Yeah.
But for this question, like in general, LTV, I want to step a bit back. I really love this researcher, ByteBrew. He's talking about motivation and ability, right? So how we can get people to do something, right? And the motivation is like, we can have like the worst UI, but if there's the say you need to file your taxes, no matter how it's gonna be, you will do that because otherwise you will go to jail, right? So very high motivation, right? Whereas ability is how easy something is to do, right? And usually the first things, like operational excellence, is fixing the things in the flow and making it very easy for the player to do. And that's the one example there is putting the offers in the UI flow, because you might have like the best offer, but if the player doesn't see it, it's worthless, right? So just making sure that the exposure is there, and then you measure exposure, and then you measure the conversions for that later, right?
Interesting.
And once that is done, then you can turn to the motivation, because if you start just from monetization, it seems like very easy. Okay, well, let's just make an offer, right? But then, okay, so what will we sell? Okay, we will sell the coins. Like, but why does the player need the coins? What is it in for them, right? And then you can go to all the like Bartle's player types, or like motivational models from like Game Refinery, Quantic Foundry, and so on, and look for, okay, so what exactly does the player do? And for me, it's always this. It starts with monetization, but it ends with an engagement feature. So is it like a tournament, or is it a challenge, or something? Basically, you start by creating a need, and then everything else will follow after that.
Are you, so going into Backpack Brawl specifically, so for anybody who fires it up, you're going to get 20 installs off this webinar. It's going to be great. But for anybody who fires the game up, when you're playing through like maybe I think 8 or 9 battles as part of the onboarding experience. Your 8th battle, your second last battle is against a boss you're never going to beat, right? And you see this a lot in mid-core games. Is that an early test of motivation? Is that you seeing if players will be motivated to eventually overcome this boss?
Yeah, that's a rule of thumb again for mobile games. This first session lost, right? So first you teach the player that they are great, they understand this, but then you show them that there's more to learn, that you are not perfect. Right. And you also show like, it's part of the tutorial, you also show like both loops, like the winning loop and the losing loop, right? And from the losing loop, like theoretically, you can go like already start like looking at monetization,